Hello friends, welcome back to This Is the Police. Don't give a shit about the papers as usual. We ended the last episode with a terribly done game of poker. Yeah, not my favourite part of the game, must be said. I lost patience with it incredibly quickly and ended up losing 20 grand. I don't overly care. Got a couple of guys not coming in today. God Bomber's tired. Yeah, fine, let him away. We'll see if this sounds any different on disc than it did on vinyl. Yes. As in, it's a completely different song apparently. Alejandro was an honest servant of the city and was buried with military honours. That's mostly down to us getting her killed. But the less said about that the better. There are new cops in the labour market, for sure. The controversial artist Drew Bogdanovich got himself drunk and is now staggering down the street naked carrying a revolver. It's a great name, Drew. I mean, I'm not biased, but it is a fantastic name. We send a random selection of cops and the SWAT team. Assault with an offensive weapon at Slaughterhouse. The manager gave one of the labourers a hard time for being late. The man became furious, grabbed a captive bolt pistol, and started chasing the manager around the slaughterhouse. We're gonna give you Grant Taylor Guy and my Wuggles. Mr. Boyd, I own a garage here in town. I'd rather not mention the name. The situation is this. One of my clients badly needs a very large amount of high-octane motor fuel, but this gentleman is wanted by the law, and you can't just fill up a whole tanker at the local gas station. I know the police fleet uses the right kind of fuel. I'd like to exchange your supply for an alternative we can give you. It'll suit your cars just fine. You won't have any problems, and probably won't even notice the difference. And of course, I'll pay you. Do you agree? No, because I'm not that desperate for the money right now. Sorry guys. We have Johnny Iwamoto, who is of course a shoo-in for Shift B to join Team Asia. Jonathan Hode, Hulk Hogan, Rex Kwando. That is very clearly Hulk Hogan. Like, that is a scan of Hulk Hogan's face. And we have to take him. He's shit, but we have to take him anyway. Hire for Shift B. Wow. I just want to check that. Okay. Shift B are fucking excited that Hulk Hogan's coming to work with them, by the way. I am a real American. They've got that playing on a loop. Every one of their iPods fucking filled with it. Some of them have even branched out to the NWO theme. No one is listening to the Hollywood Hogan theme. It's outlawed. Freeburg PD just doesn't allow it. Assault with an offensive weapon. All went well. This is definitely a very different song to the Billabong we had on vinyl. Assault Beatbusters Dance Studio. A group of slender girls were giggling as they watched a fat middle-aged lady performing pirouettes. She broke down and attacked the foolish girls. The dance studio owner sounded terrified on the phone. I'm afraid she'll break all the mirrors. That's just fucking fattest, isn't it? You fucking asshole. Fernando Rivera, Bridge. Jack, the sewers are overflowing in several places. We've lost our handle on the problem, and we're literally drowning in shit. So far we've managed to isolate the problem to the ghetto, but the pressure in the pipes is building up. Unless you send some men to help with the repairs, an ocean of shit will flood Freeburg. This is going to be dirty work, and your men are not going to like it. But the mayor's office gave us a small fund to cover emergencies, and you can give them a bonus. The city needs its heroes. We've got a minute or two. Krauser needs something to do with Godbomber being off. Wuggles is actually 3 stripes. How is it possible she's got 3 stripes and 100 professionalism? 3 stripes is worth 150. So she's like minus 50. Or minus 40. Huh. 2 men with baseball bats came into the arcade room and began smashing all the machines. Gambling is Satan's game, roared the men. The cashier thought he saw a revolver in one man's belt. That is a job for Robbins, Baloney, Song and Charleston, who are going to take the SWAT team with them. Rex Kwando. What a name, for one. And he's fucking Hulk Hogan! I think we found the perfect cop today, guys. No one is answering that attempted carjacking. Can I just point that out now? Also, no one's attending that vandalism either. No one's going for that either. It went well all the same. Reporting the assault. Again, went well. Reporting the carjacking. The suspicious black man appears to be Mr. Kelly, owner of the car. So, the one we missed was a false alarm. Chief, we didn't study at the academy about poking around in shit. Next time somebody else can save the world. I'm going home to wash up. I stink from head to toe. Did we miss the vandalism? Shit. $4,000. Yeah, not worth it. No one died. I probably did not need to do that. I like us being above 500,000. 500,000. Since it's the goal of the game, I mean, I don't want the game to suddenly end and us to be a couple of hundred short. Drug sales, Desire Park. Witnesses complain of a suspicious man in a hoodie who regularly hangs out in the park. He appears at night, always at the same place, and sells drugs to passers-by. His customers look as suspicious as the seller. Well, Robbins and Baloney, it's definitely time for you guys. You can mope over the loss of Stovall as you go. The local high school is enjoying a recent crime spree. Someone needs to go down there and give a talk about drugs and the dangerous, hard life of the criminal. Don't keep the children waiting! Well, they're waiting for beer selling Trevor, so, you know. Sorry, guys. Report on drug sales. Offender caught. We'll get loot here. We probably can't sell it. We won't get loot here. Report on the assault. 3 new frames. Okay, we'll have a look at this. Mindy Court, victim. Me and Alex were just having a quiet walk along the beach when some guy ran up and hit Alex in the back of the head with his fist. Alex fell down. The man grabbed me by the hair and started yelling that I was worse than a whore for laying down the dark-skinned man. I tried to escape, but the freak held me tight. Then I saw he was wearing brass knuckles, and a blade flipped out of him and he cut my cheek. The pain was really bad. He shouted something like, "Now everyone will know what you are, a slut with no soul." Then he ran. Blood was covering my face, but I saw he was headed toward the parking lot. Okay, so walking on the beach, guy comes up behind, hits Alex in the back of the head. It's brass knuckles. We'll maybe do this first, or is that... No, that's him running away actually, isn't it? More than likely. And slash in the face, heading towards the parking lot. Yep. Suspect is Bob Farber, a bakery worker whose wife left him for a black surfer. You don't get many black surfers. I'm not gonna lie. Hurries to the beach every day after work, hoping to track down the man who stole his wife. Or he always works double shifts and never takes breaks. I'm gonna go with the bakery. Hardy, Grant, take the SWAT team with you. We're not sending Song and Charleston or Robinson Bologna or any combination off to the other place. Because every time we do so, it just does not work. So it's going to be the end of day 161. As soon as Beasley, Purdy and Grant make their way back. Wrong place. End the day. Beasley, we're ordering you to work tomorrow. Because we want to catch this guy. Hearing, Mayor Rogers pocketed snow machine money. Passenger aircraft suffers engine failure but pilot lands safely. Indian festival colours in the suburbs. I love that I can fart through the newspapers in about 3 minutes. And by 3 minutes I mean 8 seconds. Fuck you, Beasley! What the fuck is your problem? Ugh! Iwamoto didn't come in. Fucking new guy. There's a fight at my daughter's school. My little girl was serious about it. Yeah, fine. Neighbour died. Wife asked me to help with the funeral arrangements. No, you're a police officer. That is your... That is your calling. Captain Hulk Hogan gets a stripe just for absolutely no fucking reason. Let's go with this again. I don't like that there are now only 7 songs to use. I presume it's going to be that way till the end of the game because there wasn't we got requests. We now earn 5,000 a week. We can hire a new police officer. We're not going to do that. Hire a new detective. We're not going to do that. Massacre at the high school. A man in a raincoat and a mask entered the school, unsheathed a sword and started killing anyone who got in his way. The police were called by the headmaster, who has barricaded himself in his office. There's a real nutcase on the loose. I saw him cut down 2 boys and a PE teacher who tried to stop him. Fishback, Flores and Kubilius, Gorshkov, Vasilev, and Hulk Hogan! Terrorism in the suburbs. Oh, the Everyday Store is doing one of their Bring Your Own Cup promotions. These things typically end in brawls, so you'll need to send extra police officers for security. Well, fine. It's going to be Sanu, Roy, and Blight. And yeah, terrorism in the suburbs. Mr. Norris reported an explosion on the street. I was making a sandwich in the kitchen when I heard a deafening roar. It must have thrown shrapnel everywhere. There's bound to be a lot of injured people. Sounds a bit like a false alarm to me. I can't believe Beasley didn't fucking come in today. What an absolute scumbag. Bomb threat at a Tower. Jesus. A man called to see sabotaging one of the elevators in the skyscraper. Get ready for some fireworks. I'm gonna send those rich scumbags shooting straight up into the air. Then the man hung up. 30 seconds. 20 seconds now. That may not be enough. We've got people coming back. No explosion. Man's neighbour, Mr. Schwartz, had dropped a power drill on his roof. Well, you sure it's not the dentist? We're not going to get people back in time. Pongdana and Nozaki aren't going to go out to that alone, are they? Ah! Everyone is going to be dead. No, apparently no one died. That seems unusual. Disorderly conduct, St. John's Cathedral. A young widow interrupted church services with some scandalous remarks. Where was your God when my husband was stabbed in the doorway of our home for a couple of bucks? Where was he then? The priest called the police and asked that the woman be taken away. She's upsetting the other parishioners. She's not doing anything wrong. Kubilius and Everts. We're going to give you Robbins of Shiro, Vasilev, and Quando! Best name ever, by the way. Just the best name. Rex Kwando. It's almost as good a name as Hulk Hogan. In fact, I bet if Terry Bollea had gone into the WWF in 1984 or whatever it was, 1983, with the name Rex Kwando, and his character was like this very American guy who went to Korea and learned all there was to know about martial arts and just came back as a fighter. I bet he'd be even bigger than Hulk Hogan right now. Just saying. We should absolutely get him working with Robbins, by the way, since he loves black people. A woman tried on a long luxurious fur coat and then suddenly bolted out of the store. The guard was on his dinner break, so the saleswoman called the police. Flores and Gorshkov got the fuck out there. Animal assault in the cemetery. An elderly caretaker called the police line begging for help. Every full moon a werewolf visits the cemetery. It howls at the moon and tries to eat me. It's here again today. Hurry. It's just a dog. Theft at the Bigfoot Athletic Shoe Shop. A teenage girl was trying on some expensive shoes from the latest collection. While the clerk was distracted, the girl ran out of the store without pay. All she left behind were some smelly sneakers. Hurry, the little bitch couldn't have gotten far in those heels. Well, stolen shoes, that seems like the perfect excuse to send our 3 biggest cops. We got 80,000 for helping Atticus. And Kubilius and Everts sorted out the disorderly conduct. Threatening phone calls, residential area. We're letting the animal assault time out because we know it's a false alarm. We have report on the theft. Flores and Gorshkov. They did well. Report on the animal assault. That's a false alarm. Harmless animal, not a werewolf. Threatening phone calls. We better answer that. An elderly music teacher complains she's been getting threatening phone calls at night. It's a hoarse voice, threatening to break all my fingers unless I retire. I think it must be one of my students. I think it must be time for Hulk Hogan. And a report on the shoe theft. Unsurprisingly, Fishback, Pondana and Ozaki were able to get that. I mean, it must have been really tough for them, but... we can't seem to click on Sandrans at all. I wonder what's happened.
417 complete.
A threatening phone calls report. Offender caught. Hulk Hogan boosted. I can't believe the likeness. Like I'm just kind of staring at the picture like, dude, that's not right. So that was quite a successful day 162. And we're going to jump straight back into 163 in the next episode. Thanks for watching, friends. I'll see you next time.